Guess what, guys? You guessed it. Another box. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Justin here, aka No Good Comics, and I'm coming at you with another unboxing. But before I do, as always, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little notification button in case you haven't already, so that you can be notified anytime that I am putting up new videos. Oh, and by the way, I just went live for the first time over the weekend, so I think you guys are seeing this on Monday. So go back and check out that first live unboxing that I did. I will certainly be doing more live stuff on YouTube coming up soon. I've got a couple plans in the works that we'll be announcing soon as well, so looking forward to that. So with this box, I got this. This is not from eBay. I actually bought this off of Instagram. This is from our good friends over at A1-Comics, Wes and the rest of the crew over in Sacramento. Thank you guys so much. As always, you guys run an awesome show when it comes to the live auctions, the live claim sales that you guys do on Instagram as well as Facebook. This one was one that you guys did, and it was from Instagram on your Wednesday night Instagrams. So check them out if you guys haven't already. I've actually done previous videos of some of the other packages that I've gotten from them in the past. They always have the fire. I'm telling you now, guys. They've got great deals. They're very good with their grading, and just a huge selection. I would love to visit the store at some point. Obviously, once we can kind of go back to the norm of traveling as we can't as much right now. But so anyways, they're over in Sacramento. It's so cool that that I can kind of help support an LCS that is one that I never would have supported otherwise. So knowing that this is kind of the newer way of buying comics or shopping in general, where you can kind of buy online, and I know for the comic hobby, the community here, a lot of people buying a lot of stuff on Instagram now. It's allowed me to be able to kind of come in contact with such a cool shop such as I have with A1-Comics. So big shout out to you guys, A1-Comics, and I'll put the information down in the link below. But I'm going to cut this open, and it's a really cool book that I got, been wanting for a while, so let's see what it is. All right, guys, so here it is. I'm really excited to share that I finally got my copy of Daredevil issue number 7, the very first appearance of his infamous red suit. And this is where they stopped doing the yellow suits, and obviously just a classic cover with Namor on the front, him battling it out with Daredevil. The story itself, from what I recall, I'm trying to think, I know this came out in 1965. Wally Wood was the artist here. He also did the interior penciling. I think this was Wally Wood's second main project that he did on Daredevil. I think he did, actually Wally Wood might have done issues 5 and 6. I think Wally Wood came on issue 5 and then did 6. There might have been some other team members that worked on it as well, but issue number 7, this was all Wally Wood, including the inking as well. So classic cover right here. This is in a really nice condition. I'm really happy about it because it's hard to find. It's a darker cover, so a lot of times from copies I've seen a lot of damage kind of happening in this area, obviously with the spine as well, but even in here it's really not that bad. The spine is not that bad, so I'm really excited to have this. In terms of the story, it's really interesting because basically Namor is really upset about kind of what the humans have done, and how they're kind of not invading, but doing work, and it's kind of disturbing his world of Atlantis. And so he basically wants to go and talk to a lawyer on the surface world, and it basically explains that he wants to sue the surface world for kind of what they're doing. And Daredevil kind of explains that that's kind of a ridiculous notion to try, and that wouldn't work. And so when he explains this stuff, Namor's not happy. He ends up going on a rampage and destroying a bunch of things, buildings and stuff. And so Daredevil has to, in this red suit now, kind of hunt him down and try to battle him out, to stop him from what he's doing, all this destruction that he's causing. He ends up losing to Namor. Namor, essentially beats him up and puts him in his place. But after seeing Daredevil kind of still trying to get up, still trying to, fight the good fight and stop Namor, even though he's essentially lost the battle, Namor kind of sees this and recognizes this as a strength of Daredevil's, and he appreciates kind of the efforts that he's put into to his world and trying to protect it and everything, even though he's losing. And so because of that, he ends up being basically agrees to Daredevil on turning himself into the authorities, which is what Matt Murdock was initially trying to explain to him as he was starting his destruction. He gets taken in handcuffs, and long story short, he ends up going into this whole courtroom system and everything else. But then he gets word from his own people that there's some other issues going on down in Atlantis, and he needs to go right away to go back and kind of defend his native land. And they won't let him. The authorities won't let him, because obviously we have this law, this system that you can't just get up and walk out of a courtroom. So he agrees to like wait for a while. It's like a 24-hour thing, but he ends up like just not being able to wait. So he breaks free and ends up going back to the to Atlantis to handle all the things he has to handle now. So anyways, that's a kind of a quick run through, I guess you could say, of this issue. But this is really cool just to see Namor tied into a Daredevil issue for the first time. And then, like I said, just having the red suit. This is certainly an iconic cover. So love that too. Been wanting this for a very long time. I think now, in terms of like the early issues, I'm only missing issue number 1 and issue number 4, I think. 1 and 4, I think, are the only two Daredevil issues, at least from like the top 10. I have a couple in the teens and going forward, and slowly collecting that run is something that I've wanted to do pretty much since I've gotten into comics, collecting comics. So really excited to have this. So there it is. A1-Comics, thank you guys so much for this beautiful copy of Daredevil 7. Finally have this in the collection now. So happy to have it in the PC. The condition is perfect for what I want it to be, and definitely going to have this for a long time to come. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your time. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you go check out A1-Comics. Wes and the rest of the crew, they are some really good people over in Sacramento, and they're really killing it with the auctions and everything else. So check them out on their Instagram account and Facebook. And until then, I will talk to you guys later.